What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. So quickly, before the video just starts, I just wanted to say that I've not got any ads on this video that you might notice. The reason being is FatmuppeT, the creator of this track, Redbud 2000, has specifically requested that people do not do so. He doesn't approve of people streaming on or essentially making money off of his hard work, and I will go into more detail about that in the video, but I completely understand the reason as to why he's doing that. Some undesirable people have spread the track around before he was ready for a final release without his consent, and I have the utmost respect for the creators of this game. They're what keep the community alive. They keep my channel alive if when it comes down to it, really. But I just want to say massive thank you to FatmuppeT for letting me make this video in the first place, and I just really wanted to get the video out there to as many people as possible so they can download it, give it a try, and show their appreciation for the track as well. Enjoy the video. Now, as you can see at the top left of your screen, I have done more laps than I usually would do ahead of making this sort of video, and reason being really is I just started flowing really nicely around the track, and the track has a very natural feel. It's very easy to get used to and kind of work out what you're doing. The jumps flow really well together, the ruts are nice and big and hold you in well, and I just kind of forgot that I was meant to be recording a video really. I just started playing the game as normal without thinking about it. The track itself, so as I said in the intro, it's the year 2000 replica of the Redbud National, and off of FatmuppeT's own description, his words are that the track isn't actually as finished as he would like it to be. To give a rough background, I believe FatmuppeT has his own Discord and kind of shared the track with some people in there. And to my knowledge, some very smart human in the community decided to take it upon themselves and upload the track to MX Bikes mods without FatmuppeT's consent at all, and without the track being completely done. And I can imagine if you've worked on something for 6 months and put a lot of time and effort into it, then someone going and releasing it without your consent before you think that it's fully done can be a bit heartbreaking, a little bit annoying. So I can fully understand why he's released it as he has. I certainly would be devastated if that happened to any projects I was working on by any means, which is a bit of a shame really. I think there are some very I think spoiled might be the right word, or maybe entitled people in the community that think that they deserve everything. And it's really sad to see. I mean, the creators on this game are what make the game as a whole. I mean, if you think you spend, I don't know what the conversion is, but maybe like £30 on the base game, which in itself is cheaper than a milestone game, for example, and you just get content every single day from members of the community, which is why anytime I see someone asking if this game is worth it, I 100% just try and preach that yes, it is. You will spend more time than you would like to admit on this game, and I for one am in love with it. I mean, it was only like a week ago or so that I posted my 1,000 hours video, and I'm already on 1,070 hours now. I'll blame some of that on trying to train Charlie on how to get better. That'll be my excuse for spending more hours than usual. But oddly enough, and I know it sounds weird as well, is since I've been using this sound mod on the Husky that you hear in the background, it's almost like I've just been enjoying the game more. It's just something very satisfying. Personally, I think it sounds a little bit more realistic than what was on the OEMs that I had. I do get the question a fair few times on what sound mod I'm using, and there is a sound pack on MX Bikes mods when it's working. I love you, Insane, please don't hate me. I know it's been going through a bit of a rough patch recently with the site going down, but when the site is up and working, there's a sound mod made by Bayer, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I think he was a bit before my time in the community. But there's a whole different bunch of sound packs in there, and the one that I use is the YZ450, and I've just moved that onto the Husky at the moment, and it's just because I just really like it. It's my favourite one out of the pack. Now, if you're new to sound mods, there are videos out there on how you go about installing them. Just literally type in MX Bikes sound mods, and I'm sure you'll find a video on there. I'm pretty sure G-Dub has done one at one point, and yeah, it's just simply a case of drag and drop the files into the bike that you want it on. So in my case, I put it on the Husky, but every other bike in the game I haven't touched, so they all sound normal as they normally will. But yeah, there's just something about this sound that I just really enjoy, and sadly enough, I know it's all placebo and things like that at the end of the day, but it feels like I've changed my riding style a bit since putting it on. It makes me just want to rev the bike out a bit more and be a bit be a bit Barsha-esque. I find myself trying to get way too steezy on jumps that I can't bring back. I was playing with Charlie yesterday actually, and I was saying the amount of jumps where I just try and get backwards, but then have no hope in hell of bringing the bike back round is actually ridiculous. I feel like I'm getting a little bit off topic again. So coming back to the track here, it's really nice. I haven't seen, now I'm not an American by any means, so feel free to roast me in the comments. I haven't seen the Peak logo in a very, very, very long time, and I don't know if it's a case of they don't exist anymore or whatever, but it's just nice seeing some old logos and things like that popping up that you just don't really see anymore nowadays. I mean, when's the last time we saw a Chevy Trucks logo around the motocross track? I mean, probably back in 2000s. I remember Bubba being part of the Chevy truck crew, and oh god, that bike looks so nice, didn't it, back in the day? Oh, I really do like the KX2 strokes. I don't know what it is about them. I've said it multiple times, I think, in multiple videos. I'm not sure what it is that makes them look so nice. I just absolutely love it. So the track as a whole, as I said at the beginning, I really enjoy. And I would probably go as far to say as it might be the new online favourite track. So, you know, at the moment everyone kind of plays Walnut or Farm 14 as well. Of course, FatmuppeT tracks as well, conveniently enough. But I honestly feel like this could rival them. And what I like about this one, whilst it's still got the same sort of flow as far as the ruts go, and you know what to expect in that regards, what I like about this is he's made it a little bit more challenging than the others, so we actually do have some good rough. So it's definitely not a beginner only sort of track. You can definitely enjoy this oh my god, at all levels of the game, no matter what you are. Clearly I'm not good enough if I'm washing out in the corners like that. But yeah, in my, what have I done now? This is lap 13 that I'm on. I'm still learning as I go, still trying to learn what the hotlines are. Crashing again, oh my god. But it's really nice to see, and I'm not sure, I don't believe it's a 1-to-1 scale. I feel like it might be a little bit bigger than real life. I mean, I'm not sure what scale the original or the Redbud 2016 track is that we have, but this one definitely feels larger in scale than that, and that might just be down to the track layout from way back in the day, or again, if you get different content creators making the different tracks, everyone's got their own style. You know, I don't know, why am I crashing so much? I mean, we're about to start another lap, so I'll try and run a decent lap time. I messaged FatmuppeT as well when I was asking him if I even had permission to make this video, and he challenged me to try and beat Skills' lap. If anyone doesn't know Skills, he's fairly fast in the bike scene. He does a fair few pro races, has a few wins in there as well, and he just said get under 2 minutes to beat Skills' time. Now I don't know the exact time that Skills has, but obviously I've got a 159.75. What lap did I do that? So I've done that on my 9th attempt of the track, which I think it's okay. It's not too bad when you're learning a track for the first time. Oh, I did not want to spawn here. Let me spin around and go back to the old start line. Let's hop over here. There we go. That was fairly painless. And oh, I can't believe it's taken me this long to mention this. I've ordered a new PC. I know. Don't get too excited. I'm very, very excited for it. I've been checking the website where I got it from. Just constantly. Oh my god, landing on the bows. That's not how you start a lap. Just constantly refreshing the page to see if the order's been dispatched, and it got dispatched later on today. So I'm guessing it will either arrive tomorrow or the day after. I am praying that it arrives like Thursday at the latest for me. So I'm recording this on a Tuesday, so if it arrives tomorrow on Wednesday or the day after Thursday, absolutely fine by me, because then that means I'll be able to get it all up and running for round 1 of the Supercross, and I really would love to record it so you guys get to see every round that I do. And with this current PC, I don't know how viable it's going to be. I'm not sure how intensive the Supercross tracks are going to be on my PC. The first few rounds of the last Supercross season, the 2021 season, I'm not sure if it's because of the stadiums or the objects around the track or what, but I do lose a lot of frames on those tracks, so I'm praying it's not going to be the same on these ones. But that being said, if I've got the new PC, it really shouldn't matter. To go through the only real specs I remember. But bear in mind, I know absolutely nothing when it comes to computers. I'm such a boomer, it's unreal. And a lot of you will probably give me hate for that. I have no idea what I'm doing, which is why I went pre-built as well, rather than buying my own parts, and probably paid a little bit more than I should have because of that. But I think it's just for the sake of ease for me. So it's got an i9 11900K in it, and it's also got I think it's a 3080 Ti in it as well, so decent parts. I had a couple of people in Discord with me as I was kind of going through it all, and they said it was good, it was worth it. So for those of you that kind of keep asking me what my PC specs are, when I get this new one, I'll list them all down in the description of all the YouTube videos, just as like a bookmark, so everyone can see what I've got. Because the amount of times I get people asking what I'm running, and I have no bloody clue what I'm running. This PC that I'm on's like 7 years old at this point, never been upgraded, it's coming to the end of its life. I mean, for the majority of tracks, I can sit and test it on max graphics, but the second I get online and get a couple of people in there, the frames just absolutely drop. And for what I want to do, this whole YouTube thing and streaming properly, I really need as many frames as possible. Over the bars again. Oh, there we go. Let me back to the pits real quick. Let's get a nice fresh track, put some new tyres on. And yeah, the biggest thing for me is I'm very, very excited to try and stream a bit more. Loads of you that have tuned into the streams know that I have issue with like audio cutting out because my audio drivers on this PC are just fried. I have no idea what's wrong with them, can't find a fix for it anywhere. And obviously you know that I do have issues with some frames. They do drop below 60 and it is noticeable. So hopefully this PC is going to be a bit bulletproof, should last me a good few years before I need to upgrade anything at all. They put on the website some benchmark stacks for games, and if you're playing in, I think it was 4K high detail, even on games like Cyberpunk and Red Dead 2, it was getting well over 100 frames, so very, very excited for that. And I mean, this PC is preventing me doing other games in the first place a lot of the time. I mean, I'm not going to start recording and uploading like FPS games for you by any means, because I know that's not what you guys are here for. You're here for some motorbike action. You love all things engines. But just in my own spare time, it would be really, really nice for me to play some other games that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to play. Because I mean, really, what's the point of buying these AAA titles and running them in potato quality? I mean, you can make the odd what's the word, like odd exception, I suppose, if you're playing a game like Counter-Strike and you're going really competitive on it. I know people run low graphics on Counter-Strike to get the competitive edge, but yeah, for me, looks are everything for me. I mean, that sounds a bit shallow, I hope. But yeah, looks on a game for me are almost everything, not everything at all. I do care about how the game's handled, hence why I refunded MXGP 2021, because that game was absolute booty cheeks. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for that. That should be coming in a couple of days, and I will be very, very excited to get on the streaming and see how well that goes as well. And I think that will probably do it for me for this video. Once again, thank you, FatmuppeT, for letting me review this track as a whole. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Please do go and give it a download as and when you have access to the MX mod site. I'm not sure if he's put it on the forums yet. I will have to double check that. If he has done, I'll link that in the description as well. But yeah, that'll do it for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please do drop a like if you did, and sub to the channel if you're new. And until I catch you guys in the next video, peace.
Got bad shit all up in my mind right now. Fuck it, give me a minute and I'ma let it all out. I don't give a shit about an opinion, be another dimension when I wake up. Bitch, it's time to fill the cup. Got no fucking love, I feel so stuck on my luck.